YouTube, what's good with y'all boys, man? It's your boy Cedric Speaks, the legally blind entrepreneur, coming at y'all with a quick video, man. And before we get into the video, I want to ask you guys to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, as well as drop a comment down below, because this helps the channel grow. All right, y'all, so in this video, I wanted to talk about how not every woman you deal with is gonna be okay with you practicing semen retention. All right, no matter how much of a positive practice we know that this is, no matter how much it can help you, it can help her, it can, better y'all relationship. If you happen to have kids with this woman, it can make you a better father, and just overall a better man. No matter what, it's like, some women just aren't gonna be cool with you practicing SR. And you gotta be ready for that. You gotta be ready for that, because if you're trying to have let's say like a serious relationship, or just like a intimate connection or relationship with somebody, you have to be willing to, you gotta be willing to walk the other way. Like if that person, you have to be willing to walk away if they don't fit your program, right? And semen retention is a huge part of our program. So if they can't get with that, then they gotta get lost, right? But for some guys, that may be hard for them to accept. Like, so what they'll do is they'll just say, all right, fuck it. My girl, she not cool with me doing semen retention for longer, long periods. Then guess what? I'm just gonna have to release. You feel me? Like, and that's just beta. Like, that's beta to the core. Like, giving up something that is both beneficial to you and everyone around you, just for someone else to feel good about things, is like very beta, very beta. So don't be that guy. Like, don't be that guy to, when you're single, like, you take semen retention serious. You take it serious, but then as soon as you get with a female, you don't take it serious no more. Like, don't be that guy. You know what I mean? But yes, all women will not be cool with you doing SR, and I've experienced this. Not necessarily like in like a serious relationship with somebody, because my ex was very cool with me doing semen retention. Like, she was very cool with it, like, and especially because she was a Christian like herself. So she was a Christian herself. So, she would, there would be times where, she wouldn't be just like into S3X, like just having it, and she'd just go on her little breaks and all of that type of stuff. So, you know, so yeah, she'd have her moments herself. So she was cool with it. So she didn't trip. Like, I actually went on a long streak with her, about 100 days. I think that was a part of my 120-day streak, yeah. So, which is my longest streak. So, yeah, she was very cool with it. So I've never experienced like having be in a relationship and be like, man, I can't be with this person because, man, I can't retain with them. Because I found out about SR in 2018. I got with my ex in 2019. We broke up in 2022. So I have not been in any other relationships while I've known about SR since her. But I've talked to other women, like just in like the dating market, and like that, you'll hear them say stuff like, well, I would talk to them about SR and they'll be like, nah, my man got a bust. And, like that ain't gonna even feel right if he don't bust. That's just gonna feel like, I'm gonna think that he cheating, or I'm gonna think that he not attracted to me, or, and it's nothing to like, you can't really blame them because it's all they know. Like, that's all they know. It wasn't really taught anything different. So you can't really blame them. But at the same time, you can't hop on a program when it comes to that. Like, and that's what it is. That's what comes with being a man, is like, we're the leader. So when, if we know something is right, for a fact, like, it's like, come on, bro, like, don't hop on her program and for a fact that this is the right thing to do, which is like, I'm not a Christian or nothing, like, I'm not really like a super like Bible thumper, but which is what Eve did, right? I mean, Adam did when Eve bit the apple. Didn't he like follow her or some shit like that? Like, so you're not supposed to just be following them, like just all the time like that, like. But yeah, so yeah, they would say all that type of stuff, like, oh nah, like, man, he got a bust, and I'd just be like, man, like, whatever, like, no, I don't. Like, if I would, no, we don't, like, but like I said, that's all they know. And I'd also have females like try to challenge me, like, oh nah, I'm gonna make you bust, like, come on, like, you gonna bust with me, and understandably they have that confidence because, come on, what guy, I mean, every guy busts with them, so understandably they're gonna have that confidence, like, yeah, you gonna bust with me. You feel me? Like, you gonna bust with me. And like, I'm not here to tell y'all which type of girls to mess with, like, oh, don't mess with the Jezebel, and don't mess with this girl, and stay away from her. Like, I'm not here to tell y'all what girls to like and not to like, because I don't need nobody telling me what girls to mess with. And like, grown man, like, at this point, you grown, you should know what females to be, which ones that you want to vibe with and which ones you can't. But if you're trying to really do SR seriously, then you really can't hang with girls who can't get with it, like, too often. Like, I got some girls that I know that I could be hanging with, like, right now, that I know we can't really chill like that, because all we really do when we link is smash. And yeah, it's like, I can hold my seat, but I'm telling, like, these girls be expecting a release. Like one of the girls, she be expecting a release, to where she'll look at the condom and be like, did you bust? Because she's always gotten off on, she get her pleasure and then she get me off. Like, that's what she's always gotten off on. Which is what most women get off on, is pleasuring you, which is, they just feel like they're doing something good for us. Like, they feel like they're doing something positive for us. So that's why I say you can't really blame her. because she feels like she's doing a good deed, you know. Just like we feel like we doing a good deed when we knocking her walls down and making her orgasm. So, but with that being said, it's like, yeah, those girls that just like catch attitudes because you don't want to release, or catch attitudes because you don't want to smash, or all of that, it's like, naturally you're not going to be able to hang around those girls. Like, nobody got to tell you, just naturally, if you're trying to be on semen retention, naturally you're not going to be able to be in a relationship with that type of person. You're not going to be able to just, hang with that person, because frequency, like energy, is just going to it's going to clash, and that's okay. Like, that's okay, because there's a lot of women out here that are cool with it, like, and they never known about it, but because they see that it matters so much to you, they're like, okay, I'm intrigued, like, I want to know. And then you tell them about sexual discipline, and it's a lot of some women are very intrigued that a man is even speaking like that, because most aren't. Like, they're just not doing that. Like, and a lot of women aren't. Like, let's be real, like, a lot of women aren't. So it's intriguing to them. So it's fine, like, but you gotta know how to walk away from that. And women shouldn't be getting mad when a dude don't. My bad, y'all, but yeah, I had to clear up some memory, some storage. But yeah, like, women don't really got no business getting mad at us anyway. Whenever we don't want to have ester X or release, because we got to go through that every month with them, right? We got to go through that every month when they have their period, of which is like, all right, well, we got to respect it. We got to respect when you can't have ester X. And then even off their period, when they just don't want to do it, like, we got to respect when they just don't want to do it, right? So they got to respect us the same exact way. Problem is that we're used to having to do it. They're not used to that. They're not used to it, But yeah, they don't got no business getting mad. But now getting like, how can I say it? Getting like, just craving you, them like just sexually craving you, that's a whole different thing, because that's expected. Like, that's expected, especially with you retaining. So there's nothing wrong with her wanting it, just wanting it, or, asking you for it. Hey, can we, but the problem arises when they're getting mad at you, or they knowing that you don't want to do it, but they're still trying to get you to do it. They're still trying to peer pressure you pretty much into doing it, like, or guilt you and all of that type of stuff. And, they're not trying to help you along your journey. They're just trying to see if they can conquer you. Like, that's where the problem arises. So it just may be in your best interest to not be around that person. And I was listening to one of my favorite semen retention content creators, Jay the Chosen One, and he was talking about that. Like, he was talking about how, like, his girl, he was with a girl, and I guess they was already together for some months, and he started retention, and she did not like that, like, because I guess he was doing retention to where it was like he just wasn't having ester X with her. She didn't like that, so she started like throwing stuff against the walls and all types of stuff, like doing all types of stuff. Like, she didn't like it at all, yelling at him and all of that. And he said he had to let her go, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, like, guys have already went through it. Like I said, I have my fair share of experience with it. All of these women are not gonna be happy with you practicing SR. So, you gotta deal with the right women when it comes to what you're trying to do in life. But that's up to you, like which women you deal with, and what scenarios you put yourself in with them. That's all up to you. That's all up to you. Because like I said, I don't want to make a habit of telling y'all what females not to deal with, like, and what you should and shouldn't be attracted to. Like, that's not this channel. So, but yeah, man, that's gonna be it for the video. Peace. Oh yeah, one more thing I wanted to say. Even though all these females ain't gonna like it, rock with it, don't be afraid to educate them. Like, don't be afraid to try to educate them, because and bring it up to them that you do it. Like, I know some guys like, man, I don't tell females that I do SR, but it's just like, I do, because that's the way that gonna be the quickest way I can see your mentality when it comes to it. Like, that's the quickest way, is to let you know what I do, that I do it. And I get to see your mentality when it comes to it. And I'm not expecting every female to know about SR, but what I am expecting from a woman is to try to take the time to understand what it is. Try to take the time to understand it before you just start like downing it. Like, and at the end of the day, respect it. Just respect it. You don't, they're not a bad, if she says she doesn't want to deal with you because of it, that doesn't make her a bad person. Or if she says she don't want to deal with me because I do SR, that don't make her bad. Like, that don't make her bad. As long as she respects it, that's really it. As long as she respects it, that's cool with me. We could be friends. We don't even gotta be intimate. We don't gotta do none of that. Like, but if you respect me, cool. But if you don't respect me, then it's like we can't be nothing. We can't be nothing. So every girl around me, for the most part, not every female, if we haven't had like super like deep conversations, but for the most part, the girls that I mess with, like my friends, the ones I call my friends, they know what I practice. They know. And they may not be all for it in their own life, but they respect it in my life. And then a couple of them, and even though they're not all for it in their life, they starting to see a lot of the things that, they starting to experience a lot of what I talk about. Like, they starting to see it for themselves. Not only within myself, but within the men that they deal with. Like, they starting to see the positives and the negatives when it comes to holding on or not holding on to your sexual energy. So they starting to see that. So yeah, man, no reason to be afraid to try to educate a woman on SR, and and then leave it at that. Like, leave it at that, man. But yeah, now that's gonna be the video. Peace.